Good morning everyone. Today's topic is organic chemistry. What do we mean by organic chemistry? Organic chemistry is the branch of chemistry which deals with structures, properties and reactions of organic compounds. What do you mean by hydrocarbon? Before knowing organic chemistry, you should be well aware about the term hydrocarbon. Hydro means hydrogen and carbon. So the organic compounds which are entirely made up of two kinds of atoms, that are carbon and hydrogens, are known as hydrocarbons. Now the classification of hydrocarbons are done into two types. First is saturated hydrocarbon. Second is unsaturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons, under saturated hydrocarbons comes your alkane, and under unsaturated hydrocarbons we have alkene and alkyne. So alkanes are the saturated hydrocarbons in which there is single bond between carbon-carbon and carbon-hydrogen atoms, whereas alkene and alkyne are the unsaturated hydrocarbons, where in case of alkene there is a double bond between carbon-carbon atom and a triple bond between carbon-carbon atoms in case of alkyne. Now coming to the part that is alkane, before knowing about alkane, alkene and alkyne, we should be well known about the term root word. Root word means the number of carbon atoms that is present. So depending upon the number of carbon atoms, we have root word. When the number of carbon atoms is 1, the root word is meth. When the number of carbon atoms is 2, the root word is eth. In case of 3, it is prop. In case of 4, it is but. In 5, it is known as pent. For 6, it is hex. Similarly, for 7, it is hept. For 8, it is oct. For 9, it is non. And for 10, it is tect. So alkane has a general formula of CnH2n plus 2, where n will be the number of carbon atoms that is present. Alkane has suffix that is ane. If we will put in the n, if we will put 1, the formula will be CH4. As we know, for one number of carbon atoms, the root word is meth, and for all alkane, the suffix will be ane. So CH4, its name is methane. When we will put in the value of n as 2, C2H6, it will be ethane. In number of carbon atoms, when it will be 3, it will be C3H8. The name will be propane, and so on. So in alkane, there will be a single bond between carbon-carbon atoms and carbon-hydrogen atom. If I will draw the structure of propane, prop means 3 carbon with single bond within itself, and as carbon forms 4 bonds, so the rest will be with hydrogen. As the alkene has general formula of CnH2n, alkyne has general formula of CnH2n minus 2. When we will put the value of N as 1, it will be CH2. As carbon has 4 bonds, so it doesn't satisfy the bonding of carbon. So methene and methyl as a compound, it does not exist. So when we will put 2 in place of N, it will be C2H4. In terms of 3, it will be C3H6. The name will be, eth is the root word and the suffix is ene, ethene. For 3, the root word is prop and the suffix is ene. If I will write the structures of propene, prop means 3 carbon. Between any 2 carbon, there will be a double bond between them. As carbon forms 4 bonds, so this carbon has 2 bonds, another 2 will be with hydrogen. This carbon already has 3 bonds, so 1 will be with hydrogen, and the last carbon will have 3 bonds with hydrogen. So this is the structure of propene. Similarly for butene, hexene, pentene, etc. Coming to alkyne, as I have told, methane does not exist. So ethyne, propyne, butane, and so on. Where the formula will be for ethyne, the M value will be 2, it will be C2H2. For propyne, the M value will be 3, it is C3H4. For butane, it will be C4H6. Coming to the structure of butane, where but means 4 carbon, and between any 2 carbon there will be a triple bond in it. The other will be the single bonds. This carbon has 3 bonds and 1 bond it will make with hydrogen. This carbon has already 4 bonds. This carbon has 2 bonds. The rest 2 will be with hydrogen. And the last carbon will have 3 bonds with hydrogen. So this is the structure of butane.